Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Get Rich 101. I'm your host, Sekou Writes, and I am the author of this book. Here we go. Wait a minute now. Hack Your Pain. Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go check it out. Go check it out. If I have time, I'm going to read a little bit from that book today because I noticed that it's right here. It's right here. And it's open to a page. So I'm going to check that out. All right. So what are we going to talk about today? Today is Tuesday. I took yesterday off. And I think I'll talk about that quickly. And yeah, let's talk about that. So I took off yesterday because I wanted to do my trading. And so my trading is happening on 2 days. It's happening on Friday a little bit. It's happening on Monday. And so I've been trying to keep those 2 days pretty clear, right? But something happened this past Monday. I did the penny stocks. I did the penny stocks, and I got in early. I watched the rise. I cut out really early. I got like 6 cents or something small, but I got it. It got in, got out, right? But the forex, I forgot that the forex reopens on Sunday instead of Monday. Sunday instead of Monday. So there's a whole day of shenanigans that are going on forex before Monday. So I was thinking about how I was going to do that, and I decided that what I'm going to do moving forward is I'm just going to cut my losses on Monday. No, wait. I'm going to cut my losses on Sunday. So I'm going to do the same weekend hustle on both platforms, but I'm gonna dodge out of forex on Sunday instead of Monday because I'm just waiting for the penny stocks to come through and then trying to trade forex at the same time. So it's just like it's not quite working. So this coming Monday, I'm going to trade my stocks, my forex on Sunday. I'm going to trade it on Sunday, and then on Monday, all I have left is the penny stocks on Monday. All right, so that's what we got. So I just had to get that out quickly. I know that most of you are not trading. But I had to get out what I'm doing in terms of trading so I can help me with my knowledge, help me with my patterns. Okay, so that's what we got. And let me do the book now. Why don't you? Since I already did the book, let's do. Here's my book. Here's my name. Hack Your Pain Now, and I'll just say commandment number 7. If you only have the bandwidth to pick one commandment, this is the only one you really need. Yes. Thank is a verb. It's active. Thank someone. This may be hard if you're stuck in the middle of your pain, but think of it like going to the gym. Unless you're some kind of alien, you don't love going to the gym, but you do love the results. Want to have a ripped body? Go to the gym. Want to feel better? Give thanks. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I didn't know what I was going to read, but that's good. So this is, again, my book, Hack Your Pain Now. I've got like 10 commandments in here. And I titled them commandments on purpose. But check it out. Okay, so now let's talk about the weekend. So yes, well, no, 2 days ago, I went to church by myself. Fee had a meeting with one of her girlfriends, and so I went to do church by myself, and I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. I did not want to go. See, because oh wait a minute, Reverend Mel is still playing socks with me. I'm still holding Xena stock from last week. Yeah, yeah, I'm telling you. For those of you who are not playing yet, and think of it as a game. For those of you that are not playing yet, you're going to experience this. You're going to experience what Rev Mel is experiencing because once once you wait too long, you're like, well, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do I wait for it to come back up? But I've learned since then to get out quickly. Get in, get out, get in, get out, because the amount of time that you have to wait for it to circle back it takes too much time. So anyway, shout out to to Reverend Melissa. All right. Peace King saying, I like your lighting. I miss seeing you on Facebook. Oh, trouble. Facebook's still not working, huh? All right. Well, we'll have to check into that. But it's interesting that you like my lighting. And, and Melissa's saying is practicing patience. Yeah. See, why you getting me hyped, Reverend Mel? Why you getting me hyped? Because now I want to talk about stocks. I want to talk about trading, and none of y'all are doing it with me except Reverend Mel. Like y'all aren't doing it with me, so I just gotta tell y'all. I gotta tell y'all this. You have to practice everything about yourself. You have to practice who you are. What you need to work on in life is what you need to work on in life for the stocks for trading. So, all right, let me get back on track. You get back on track. So anyway, I did not want to go to the church on Sunday. I did not want to go. Fee woke me up and she's like, "It's time for you to go to church," and I was like, and I based whether or not I was going to go on whether or not Mel hit me back. So I sent her a text message. I sent a text message saying, oh, can you pick me up from the train station? And I was kind of hoping she wouldn't respond. Right? But she responded, she's like, yeah, I got you. I was like, ah. So I went, and let me tell you how it changed my day around. I went to ride with her, and she went to pick up the woman who does music for the service, and so I checked out. Really, I really just checked out. I just looked out the window and I was letting them talk amongst themselves because you don't know how frustrating it is for me to always be grappling with aphasia. And so sometimes I start to say something, but I think about it, I'm like, oh, I don't feel like it because I don't feel like practicing that stickiness. Right. So anyway, I let them go. But then the musician she said, aren't you the financial wizard? Talking about me. And I fell out laughing. I was laughing so hard. I was laughing so hard and so long. She was like, what, did I get something wrong? And I when I finally gathered myself, I was like, no, I appreciate you calling me that. And I'm fascinated that people think of me that way. That people think of me that way. Me that way. It just tickled me so much. It took me so much. And so I asked her what her thing was. She was asking me, how do I go about the right ways or whatever. I was like, no, just tell me now. What's going on with you? And she laid it out. And I laid it out. For for here it is. Financial wizard. That's what it was. Financial wizard. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, just tell me what your thing is. And I wanted it to happen then. I wanted it to happen immediately and not have to go through any things later. So I was talking, we're driving, let's go. And so my advice to her was the same advice I'm giving to you. The same advice I'm giving to you. That is that you got to set aside 10%. You gotta pay yourself first. You gotta set it aside. And so I was telling her that, and I was, and I just started with that as a muscle. Just as a muscle, just get that money set aside first. Get that money set aside first. And then she started talking about Robinhood. And I was like, yeah, I did Robinhood. Now I did Robinhood, but you're going to want to get to Charles Schwab. That's where you want to get. You really want to move your money. You want to move your money 10% over to your Charles Schwab account, even if there's no money. And if it's just, what do I mean by that? Even if you're just moving your money over, and you're just moving your money over to the section, and that's it. And that's all you need, because all you need to do by getting a Charles Schwab account is to have an account open so that you can get advice, so that you can get a person talking to you. And so that is great. So I told her that, and she was like, oh, really? Okay. Well, I think I could do that. And I was like, I was trying to get her, like, get it now, right? Do it now. And then it happened also at church. So it happened at church because my hand was hurting this weekend, and I was feeling it during church service. So I was doing this to try and get my hand going. And she came up and she said, "Are you okay? You need anything?" And I felt so relieved that someone in the space of church caught it. Like that was really something. And she caught it. She saw me, massaging my hand, and then she asked me if I needed help. So I did not need help. I was fine, but that endeared me to her. So we were talking to her later, and she started talking about money, and I was like, "Come on, come on, hit me now." And I gave her the same advice, because she was talking about a small amount of money, and I was like, "There's no small amount of money." And she's like, "Oh, it's only like $200-300." I was like, "That's huge. That's huge." Because I'm talking about, I started with $1. You starting to talk with more money than that. That's huge. And so I told her the same advice. And I gave her a login to this group we started. Working on this group, knock on wood, work on this group to where everyone can go and talk back and forth about what they're achieving, about what they're going through, where they're leaning forward, whether they're leaning backwards, right? So yeah, so that's great. That's great. So anyway, I gave her the link to the page, and yeah, so I felt great about that. Where I started was, I didn't feel like going to church, and look what came out of it. Being called a financial wizard. Me, a financial wizard? Like, what? I was in hysterics. Upon hearing that, right? So there's that, and that I gave advice to two people. And it's the same advice. So I got one more story to tell you in this category. So I told you about this woman recently, and I told you that I was upset because she was going to get another job, and I was like, no. I mean, yes, if that's what you need to do, but you also need to look at your finances, look at what's around you, right? You look at what's around you. And so I talked to her, and I tried to, I did my best, and I feel good, pat myself on the shoulder, that I was able to dumb it down, all the places where my show was going, to dumb it down to the same spaces that I just talked about. Pay yourself first, pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. Get that 10% out of your purview off to someplace else, and then off to someplace else really needs to be Charles Schwab, right? So anyway, I talked to her, and she is in an entirely different space now. She's in an entirely different space. She's got a 401k. Now she didn't remember she had a 401k. She completely lost that memory of having a 401k. So she's got a 401k. She's like, oh, wow, I found this. Now this was after I told her to call the what did I just said his name, Charles Schwab. Before I had to call the Charles Schwab rep, right? She called the Charles Schwab rep and got into all these things. She found out she had a 401k. She found out that she had wish upon a star stocks. That's my funny phrase for buying stocks, and just not knowing what to do with them, just buying stocks, right? But I had her figure that out, that she had wish upon a star stocks, right? And she already had a Charles Schwab letter, a Charles Schwab a Charles Schwab app. App is for your cell phone. She already had it. And she was like, what? I'm supposed to do this? I'm like, yeah, you're supposed to do this now. And that's why I bumped her up to talking to a person first, because now she's already got a person that she doesn't know. I didn't know, but people don't know that once you own a portfolio, if there's zero money in it, if you own something from Charles Schwab, you get to use their financial advisors, and that's all I needed. So I put her onto that, and she was like, what? And she found all this information. Once again, 401k, let's see, what else is Wish Upon a Star stocks are being downloaded. And she was, and I told her she had trouble with her password. I told her, hang in there. And she hung in there. And today she sent a picture. She sent a video of her doing things, and her making it happen. She was like, I got X amount of some kind of stock that Charles Schwab is giving away, is selling. And I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it is, right? But it's what he said, the advisor said works for her. And she's got it. And she's feeling so much better now. And we're talking about a week or two of transformation. It's about finding out what's around you, what's already around you, like that's already in your pockets, in like a 401k that she forgot about, like Wish Upon a Star stocks that are all over the place. Like you got to look at what you have closely, and then analyze that, and that'll help you get right. That'll help you get right. Okay. So yeah, I got hype about that. I got hype about that. But yeah, she's doing it, and she's still doing her second job, but she has her assets moving in the right place. Ashe. Okay, let me see, what else do I have? I did the trading. I did my book. Oh, I got another book I want to talk to you about. I talked about the hidden miss and the church. Yeah. Okay. So now I just want to tell you about the richest man in Babylon. The richest man in Babylon. So, Rich Man in Babylon is interesting because it's a book. Well, it's a book, but it's written in like the 1920s, like long time ago, and it's gotten raised as one of the best books for getting out of your financial situation, right? And I thought it was interesting because I just finished reading the book this weekend. Right? Finished reading the book this weekend, and I had trouble with it because because of my aphasia, everything. It's hard for me to read. That's why it was hard for me to read my book earlier today, but I have to practice that. So it's hard for me to read. So I was feeling very confident that I finished the book, and then I saw a picture on YouTube saying 9 tips that you need to know about this book, the same book, The Richest Man in Babylon. And I was like, oh, well, let me check that out. And she blew me away. She blew me away. Like her things that she extracted from the book were completely different than mine. And hers were much better, right? Hers were much better. And the because of the 1920s, the language is kind of difficult for me to read. But the overall substance of her reading the book was impactful. So yeah, so she talked about she talked about this. She talked about keeping 10%, like way back from 1920s, right? Pay yourself first and put away 10%. But here's something else that I didn't know, that I didn't catch from the book. I just completely missed it. What you want to do is decide what you like to spend money on, what you desire to spend money on, and then save for that thing. And I was like, save for that thing? Wow, that's interesting. That's really interesting. So you will set aside 10% to go to Charles Schwab, as far as I'm concerned. Go straight to Charles Schwab. And then you set another 10% to goes into another account for fun. And that's where you hold it in your space, right? So you have two what do you call those things? Two things. I'm sorry, 2 things that will help you deviate your time. So you got 10% that goes to Charles Schwab. Just goes to Charles Schwab. Just goes to Charles Schwab. And if that's all you do, then let that be enough. Move 10% to Charles Schwab. First thing you do once you get paid. Anybody sends you money, 10%, 10%, 10%, right? Now the second thing is what you do. You set aside 10%. So now you're taking away 20%. Still, that's not much money. 20%, you got 80% left, right? So you take another 20% and put that towards fun. And therefore, whenever you have to have some fun, you take the money right out of the bank account, right? You take it right out and spend it. And so I thought that was really cool. And I didn't see that happen in the book at all. So I need to reread the book and process it some more. But there are all kinds of lessons inside the book. The book is The Richest Man in Babylon. Richest Man in Babylon. And so you should check it out. And maybe we can get into some discussion regarding this book, because I've now posted 2 excerpts in the group. The group that I created, that Fee King created. So yeah, you just check out on social media and just check for the link to the group, and just check it out. Just check it out because we got some good things. So as I contribute to that book, I'm sure somebody else will respond back to me. Okay. All right. So that's it. Just make sure I don't have any comments. And And that this comment is so funny that I could not stop laughing. I could not stop. She was like, "Did I say something wrong?" I was like, "No, you didn't say something wrong." But there's no one's ever referred to me that way before, and to have other people have this sense of Sekou's about money is great. It's great, and so I'm glad I went to church on Sunday, and I'm glad I got the blessing of going to church. Okay, all right now, and remember that now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. All right, I'll see you guys. Oh wait. Okay, I got a few minutes. So the other thing that happened with me and Rev Mel is that she started talking about her things that she did with her credit cards. And I was like, what? Like, I was stunned. I was like, I had to ask her to repeat it 2 or 3 times. And then I finally got it. And I was like, wow, you really went in. And she said the information is there all along. All she did was read it. And so she's still going to come on tomorrow. We're still going to talk about it, but it is beyond that. It's beyond what we can cover in 30 minutes. It's much bigger than that. So we're going to do a class because it needs to happen. It needs to happen. I did not know any of the things you were talking about. I was like, you did what? Into what? And did what? I was like, oh man, it's crazy. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. She's going to come on tomorrow, and we're going to talk about it. But just remember that this is the tip of the iceberg. This is the tip of the iceberg because she got it in. She got it in. And nope, I'm not going to. Okay, I'll just tell you one thing. It took her 3 times. It took her 3 times. 3 times that she fell and got back up. Fell and got back up. Fell and got back up before she was able to get it right. So no matter where you are, we can help you. All right? All right. So thank you. What's she saying? Yes, I saved for my trip to Egypt. It works. Listen to Sekou, the financial wizard. That tickles me so much. The financial wizard. Me? What? Oh, that tickles me so much. Thanks, Reverend Mel. All right, folks. And I will see you soon. Where you don't want to miss Reverend Mel going to give us drop the science about talking about debt. Woo! I mean, you need to bring pencil and paper tomorrow for sure. All right. Remember, folks. It's hard. Now it's better than perfect. You heard that from the background. Now it's better than perfect. Ashe.